Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good people. Good people. It's your homie HERBMAN. Go tell somebody to go tell somebody your homie HERBMAN is on. Welcome to the Terror Dome. We got y'all in the building. We got y'all in the building, man. Try to get you guys a little bit over here. We got y'all in the building, man. So what we talking about today, man? We talking about how the doctors, man, how all of this stuff is kind of plotted against us. You know, all our doctors, all they know is lab tests. All they know is medication, and all they know is surgeries, man. And how there's really not a big emphasis on preventative medicine, okay? What I like to call lifestyle prescriptions, you know what I'm saying? Giving us nutrition and exercise and activities that will also be very important to improving our health conditions. And so I believe that lifestyle prescriptions are the key, you know, to not only helping us with our current situations or with our chronic illnesses or with our acute situations, but also moving forward to kind of be a preventative tool for us to utilize to circumvent a lot of the illnesses and a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with as well. You know, one of the biggest things that we do at the shop is we try to encourage a lot of people to really dive into understanding what lifestyle prescriptions really are, because they are really the modality, the tool, the vehicle to getting you to this holistic type of health that you're looking for, this balance of health that you're looking for, this upper echelon of understanding what health really is to the body and to the mind and to the spirit of the individual, to the soul of the individual, right? So when we're looking at holistic healing, I really believe that lifestyle prescriptions are just the beginnings, right? Though, again, it's just like a tool that you use to unlock, it's the key to unlocking the door to holism, to being whole, to being able to balance one's health. And so, what is lifestyle prescriptions? In my particular understanding, or how we're coming from it from, is lifestyle prescriptions are a combination of herbs, right? And allowing you to understand what herbs that you can take to be supplemental to your health. And it also is about activities that you can do that also will help improve your health. And this not only will help improve your health, but also maintain whatever kind of good standings you have on your health right now is, okay? So that's not only about getting you to some point, but it's also about maintaining you if you're already at high levels of health, okay? So you do these activities and you do these herbs and you eat these foods that we derive from some information from your personal background. Now the information is not all that much. We're not asking for social security numbers. We ain't asking you for your credit card number or your bank account. We don't ask for none of that, okay? It's very simple. All we require is a first name. We don't even require the last name. Just a first name, the location of your birth, and your birth time. And that birth time is going to be very important piece of information that we're going to need to really write out this lifestyle prescription, okay? But again, if you don't have some of that information, then you know it won't be as abundant of information as you would like for it to be, but we can still chart you on your way to giving you the things that you need to still balance out your health. So it's not a lose-lose situation if you don't have this information. It's just that if you do, and the more accurate the information is, the more fulfilling, the more abundant of information you will have to go home with to really understand yourself and understand how you're going to apply these particular tactics to your life. Now, remind you this: diseases interrupt your life, okay? Diseases are interrupters of life. They don't care if you are trying to be a millionaire, and they don't care if you don't care at all, okay? And if you're living under the bridge, disease will still interrupt whatever type of comfortability you may be having in this lifetime. And so I said that to say that when you're trying to be healthy, you also have to interrupt your life. Okay? Being healthy, becoming healthy has to be an interrupter of your life. It has to interrupt some of these habits that you've always been doing. You're going to have to do that because disease would do it. Then that means that what it takes to eradicate disease will have to be just as impactful. And so we want to go into it with that understanding that this stuff is going to interrupt your life, it's going to agitate your body, okay? And like I said before in some of my other videos, we have to create this storm of agitation within the body to really eradicate it from the things that are lying dormant, that are being comfortable being in a diseased body. There are certain things that are not only causing the disease, but there are certain things that are comfortable being in a diseased body that really perpetuate disease and keep it going and keep it going. They feed off of the diseased body. And what we got to do is we got to agitate that environment for them. Make it somewhere where they don't want to be, somewhere where they don't want to live in, and somewhere where they can't thrive. Okay. And so these activities mixed with these foods, mixed with these herbs, and this whole lifestyle prescription is an agitation to the disease state of mind and to the disease state of being. Okay? And so that's why it's so important for not only health practitioners like myself, but health practitioners in a whole to start really understanding and start developing lifestyle prescriptions that we can start giving to our clients. And these are going to be things that can help you with stress management, things that can help you figure out what type of exercises you can do. Everybody can't go and run. Everybody can't go and lift weights. Everybody can't go and even go to the gym. So it has to be real subtle things that you can create for the person at the level that they are. And these are going to be all customizable things that you can do. Deep breathing techniques, meditation, all of these are still exercising, okay? And so there's going to be something that we can find on your level, no matter if you're young or old, that you can do to help improve your health, okay? And there are also going to be stress management things that you can do, okay? And we're going to try to calm down from what we do as bad habits when we're trying to cope with a thing, like maybe you run to smoking or maybe you run to drinking, and we'll try to replace those with some helpful things, okay? That you can do that when you're stressed out. Hey, you go run to the gym, go run and do this, or go run and do that, and you'll see that you can still get the stress relief without necessarily having any of the negative health ramifications. So those are going to be just a few of the things that we're going to be talking about when we're talking about lifestyle medicine. Also, too, we're talking about making sure that you know what type of support system that you should have, the people that you should be around. All of this information is inside of the chart. Now, we're not saying cut these people off and go join these people, but what we're saying is start to engrap, right? Add on, not necessarily eliminate, but start to add on additional people that can be supportive in the changes that you're trying to make. Okay, start being around people who are more conscious about their lifestyle choices, more conscious about what they eat, more conscious about the things that they do, and they're out here trying to improve their health. And you can start being around them as well. Okay, and we also going to have a lot more information about the herbs that are going to be conducive to improving your conditions. Okay, there's always going to be information about what herbs that we can take to help improve your conditions, what foods you can eat to help improve your conditions. So we're going to be talking about nutrition and diet and how important those things are going to be to helping improve either your your heart disease, or your brain disease, or your lung disease, or your blood disease, or all these other diseases. We're going to talk about how nutrition and diet really plays a role in helping improve them, as well as what they may have caused us to run into some of these issues, right? So we're going to also get to see the back leg of when we're eating badly, what could possibly happen, just as well as when we're eating great, what improvements that we should be looking out for. Okay, so all of this information you get in the lifestyle prescriptions. Okay, and again, if you go home And if you start to implement these herbs and supplement these herbs, and you start to eat these foods, and you start to do these activities, what we're basically saying here at HERBMAN Inc. is that we're going to guarantee that you're going to see some type of improvement. Now, how many people out here are guaranteeing things, right? Because it's a guarantee that you're going to improve. Now, will it be the improvement that you necessarily seeking? That all depends on the goals that you set for yourself, right? But you are going to see some improvements. I don't care what level you want. Okay, you're going to start to see things get better. You're going to start to see the body get better, the mind get better, the spirit get better, and all three of those things are really attached to each other. So as you start to grow physically, as you start to grow spiritually, as you start to grow mentally, as you start to really commit yourself to improving your health in these areas, you're going to see improvement. There's really nothing else I could really say. This is the guarantee. The guarantee is not that the program works. The guarantee is to show you that your commitment works. Your dedication to a thing works. Now, obviously, if you're getting the right information and if you're doing the right things, that automatically will improve the outcome. But it's all about your commitment. It's all about your dedication to your health, to yourself. And these lifestyle prescriptions, we want them to always be quality. We want them to always be customizable. So they're always going to be about you, where you're at, and what you can do to help yourself heal yourself. And that's what we do here at HERBMAN Inc. We help others heal themselves. Now, it's just quite frankly, you're not going to get this at the doctor's office. Again, I told you they're only really teaching nutrition in maybe one curriculum per 4 years, okay? And then half of the colleges in the U.S. don't even really have any classes on nutrition for the doctors, okay? So doctors are not that well versed at nutrition and diet. But moving forward, these are going to be things that are going to be implemented in the health system because they're very much needed. And again, not only just to maintain some sense of health, but also when we're talking about circumventing health issues and being preventative in our whole health, then that's what this lifestyle prescription really is about. And again, all we need is birth date, birth time, birth location. All right, you're going to print out something like this, which is called your natal chart. Okay, and you can get this from astro.com. No, I'm not an affiliate of those people, but I know it's free. And then you can email us that copy at herbman@loveherbman.com, and then we'll begin to decipher it for you. Okay, yeah, it comes at a nominal fee for the consultation, but you're going to get all of the information that you need to change your life. And I'm telling you, it is guaranteed that you're going to see health in your that you're going to see improvement in your health, period. All you have to do is put together at least, at the bare minimum, 21 days of this program of utilizing the herbs, utilizing the foods, and utilizing the activities that come out of the information that we will derive from your natal chart through a system that we have invented called the 4-element healing system, okay? And we'll take all this information, we'll drain it, and we'll explain it to you, and then we'll carve you out a lifestyle prescription, okay? And we're saying to you that if you do these things for 21 days or more, you're going to see improvement on whatever the health conditions are. And we get all this information from this chart. And right here below, you see a little box called the table of elements. That's where all of this information right here in the 4-element healing system, that's where we're putting all this information at right here. We place it in the chart. We trace it back to certain organs, certain body systems. We decipher to you what the overactive or underactive elements are, what the areas of concern may be based on the information we get from the natal chart. We tell you about your interests based on the houses. We tell you about your top characteristics based on your sun, ascendant, and moon sign. And we just basically give you an overview of yourself. And it may not necessarily ever tell you anything new, but it may confirm a lot of different things that you've been dealing with on the underbelly of things, and you think nobody knows. You think, I'm the only person, this, that, and the third. And it really can change your perspective on those things, as well as now you're starting to learn what activities you need to really keep yourself in balance in some of the areas that you may not spend a whole lot of time with yourself in, because they may not necessarily be your strong suits. And you'll see that a lot of the things that we are excessive in are basically our strongest suits. It's our best foot forward. And so we tend to utilize those things that we're very great at. And we tend to neglect the things that we're not so good at, right? But we have to understand that this experience is not all about putting just your best foot forward, but also too balancing out yourself to where you're good at everything. Because I always tell people when they come to the shop, overuse is a form of abuse, just like neglect, just as well as neglect. So we want to make sure that we're not overusing things just because they're the ones that are satisfactory to us and to our external environment. But we also want to make sure that we're strong in the things that we're neglecting, because we never know what situations we're going to end up in. And we always want to go into a situation being our best version of ourselves. And so this is where we can spend the time on those deficiencies, on those neglected areas of life, understanding too, again, that neglect is a form of abuse. And so we don't want to not show any part of us any attention. Okay, this is just like, your household, right? Your brother is no greater than the sister. Everybody is a working, viable part of the family. And so that's just like yourself, whether it be your higher self, lower self, whether it be your organs, your body systems. All these things need to be treated with respect appropriately. They all need to have their right amount of minerals, their right amount of vitamins. They all need to have their right amount of nutrition. And so that's where all of this lifestyle prescription comes in at, to make sure that we're not neglecting any part of ourselves, intentionally or unintentionally, that we're being informed on who we are. I believe that that's why the ancient Egyptians put up there, know thyself. And this is one of the best ways here to really get to know thyself, okay? To know thyself and what things that you can do that are going to be beneficial and supportive to whatever idea that you come up with about yourself, okay? However you feel like you need to be in this world. There are going to be things that are going to support that, and then there are going to be things that are going to fight against those notions, okay? However you feel like wherever you need to live at or whatever you need to do, all these things are going to have some stream of support and also some buffering. And what we have to do is get beyond the buffering so that we can end up exactly where we see ourselves being. And a lot of us sometimes don't know how to circumvent the wall. We don't know where the wall ends, right? We just think we're still trapped in these mazes of disease, these mazes of depression, these mazes of confusion, these mazes of illnesses, these mazes of misfortune, right? But we have to understand that there always is a way to escape it. And a lot of times when you come to people like ourselves and we pull up this information just based on nomial information, first name, birth date, and birth location, and we can start finding the way out of the maze. From a health perspective, from a financial perspective, from a relational perspective, from a social perspective, we can start finding you the way out of the maze that you may find yourself trapped in. From a nutritional perspective, we may be able to find you the way out so that you can escape the situation that you're dealing with. All right? And this is why lifestyle prescriptions are so important in this day and time, for not only, again, myself and people like myself, but other herbalists, other health modalities, whether it be allopathic, homeopathic, naturopathic. Everybody needs to start delving into these lifestyle prescriptions, start giving people more of a holistic undertone of what it really, really is going to entail in order to change one's health conditions and change one's wealth conditions, and everything comes out of this pool of health. And so I just think that it's going to be beneficial to do that, man. I didn't want to make this video long, but I really did want to make it strong. Wanted to let you guys know about the lifestyle prescriptions, what all information you're going to get out of that. It's going to be really conducive to you really having this holistic experience that you're looking for your life and for the life of your family members. I love you guys. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Go tell somebody about your homie HERBMAN. And if you're ever in the Conyers area, look us up. Till next time. Love HERBMAN. Yes, sir.